Oh, I feel like my lipstick's a little too pink. It's all right. I'm not going to stress about it. Since nobody's here, why not? I'm going to go and grab. No, not my shorts. There. I'm going to grab something that I like a little bit better. Okay. Yeah, just a little darker. I was like, huh? She's too pink for this shirt. All right. So, welcome everybody to the Sagittarius live stream. I'm currently working on how to change the orientation. I used to be a lot easier. I tried, but we're getting vertical today. But I'm also thinking it's a message from the ancestors. It's a sign from the cosmos that it'll probably be easier to edit. Anyway, so there's that. So yeah, I'm going live pretty late at night, and that's because we have a grand kite happening in the fire signs and with the South Node in Libra, and the energy is just so fucking intense and like freeing, but also like stirring. And so I figured, let's do a live, and let's do it now. And that's all right if you're not watching this with me live. Feel free to comment down below. Tell me what's going on for you, how you're feeling during this energy, if you're watching the replay. All right. So we're going to do a sign-by-sign reading. I have my little notes, my handy-dandy notebook. And we're going to do a sign-by-sign reading for Sagittarius season. We are also about to hit a Mercury retrograde, so the energy is going to be intense. It's going to be electrifying, okay, because it's Sag. It's all over the place, but like still very divinely guided and directed. So yeah, we're going to talk about that. We're going to start with my Sagittariuses. First of all, I do want to say this is going to be a rising sign reading first. Okay, rising sign reading first. You can also check for your sun sign. You can check for your moon sign, and anywhere that you have like prominent energy. So if you have a stellium, which is 3 or more planets in one sign, probably read that sign reading because like you've got a lot of that energy going on. So it's probably pertinent to you. So yeah, I am going to say happy birthday to my Saggies, my Sag sons. Go, shawty, it's your birthday. We're going to party like it's your birthday. And we're going to Mercury retrograde while it's your birthday. But yeah, so let's start with my Sag rising. So Sag risings, you are having this Mercury retrograde. Look at that. That was divine. Okay. And you're having it in your first house, your house of self. Okay. What does that mean? You are re-examining how you present yourself to the world. The first house is the self, or is the house of the self, but also the house of the body. So you may be switching up your appearance. It's also the house of like how you see the world, not just like you, but like the glasses that you see the world through. And so you might be going through an evolution of how you see the world and how you see situations around you. So just a piece of advice while Mercury is retrograding, just be a little bit more careful, a little less cavalier, a little more careful with how you are presenting your thoughts, your ideas, and your personhood. All right. All right. And then also the sun is traveling through your first house as well. And that's going to illuminate your personality a little bit. It's going to make you a little bit more visible. It's going to expand. It's going to expand the areas that you show up in. Yeah. So yeah, it's a little bit of the astrology side. And now I'm going to pull some cards. Okay. So what's going to happen is I'm going to pull from my tarot deck. I'm going to pull 3 cards. Yeah. Yeah, we're going to go with 3 cards. I'm going to pull the first card, which is going to be the overall energy that you're working with. Wow, cards wanted to pop out already. Look at that. Look at that. The overall energy that you're working with. And then the second card is going to be the obstacle that you're working through or the thing that you need to master. And then the third card is going to be wisdom and guidance from the ancestors. And then if I'm feeling saucy, I might clarify with some of my oracle decks, and I'm definitely going to give you a crystal to work with throughout this season. All right, spirits, ancestors, guides, allow me to tap into the Sagittarius energy. What do my Sag risings need to know? What do my Sag risings need to know for Sagittarius season and for this Mercury retrograde? What is the overall energy that they're going to be working with and through? All right. Can I get a card for my Sag risings? Yes, I have pink shorts on. Don't laugh at me. Actually, let me move forward so you can't see my pink shorts. Ooh, first card coming out, 4 of Pentacles. So this is about stability. This is about also kind of coveting. That's what I'm hearing. The 4 of Pentacles can be a stingy energy if you allow it to be. So just watch out for that. But it's about building a foundation, building your own place to call home, your own safety net. Can I get a second card for my Sagittarius? Whoa, immediate. Then you have to master the 4 of Wands, celebration and happiness within the home, but also within the home of the body, right? First house of the body. Make sure that you're celebrating yourself. Make sure that you don't get locked into coveting, okay? Make sure that you are experiencing the joy, and you know how to do that, Sagittarius, but you know, sometimes when there's a lot of energy in your sign, you can feel a push and a rush to get things done and to move. But yeah, just make sure that you are taking time to experience the joy and the love in life, but also in the adverse, don't have all the fun in the world and do none of the work. Okay? All right? Don't run away from your problems, Sag. Wisdom and guidance from the ancestors for my Saggies. Ooh. Coming out is the 7 of Pentacles reversed. Yeah. So slow down, Sag. Slow down. I'm going to show that to you again. Sometimes when we're the first and we always want to be the first and we always want to move quickly, we don't realize that like the first to try something often gets sacrificed, often is the sacrificial lamb and dies trying, or like, you know, gets their ideas taken or gets burned at the stake. That's just what I'm hearing. So just make sure that you aren't being so cavalier about getting to the bag or getting to what you want or getting your goals accomplished, that you are burning people and you're not realizing that the people around you are the people that you're going to need. Yeah. Like I said, don't sacrifice yourself. Okay. Practice patience, especially throughout a Mercury retrograde, especially in your sign, especially when you're Jupiter ruled and Jupiter is in the opposite sign. Yeah, it's in Gemini in detriment. Okay. So like there's just the potential to run away with things and to put your foot in your mouth. All right. Like I said, how do you want to be seen? What spaces do you need to show up in? Can I get a crystal for my Sages? Can I get a crystal for my Sages? What crystals do my Sages need to work with throughout this Sag season? Ooh, that was immediate as well. Oh, apophyllite. All right. It's giving 4 of Wands. It's giving, I need to master the energy of playfulness, of joy and happiness, that I need to look on the bright side, and I need to remember why I'm doing things, but also like remember the love. Like if you, what's that quote? It's like what's the point of working hard for something if you look around, you don't have anybody to share it with? You know, what's the point of doing all of this work, of getting to the bag, of doing the things, if you're not happy, if you're not able to enjoy it? Mhm. So, Apophyllite says, I meditate regularly. I am insightful. My connection with the universal wisdom guides me daily. Slow down. Take time to ground yourself. There's a lot of fire energy happening. Take time to really craft your messages. Take time to think about how you want to be seen. How do you want to be seen, Sag? Is it just for getting what you want? Is it for getting the job done? Or is it for being a leader? Think about that. Once again, grab you some apophyllite this season. Lead with love, lead with joy, and get your coin. All right. Next up is going to be my Scorpios. We're going to go backwards because we're going in house order. I'm going to clear the energy. Spirits, ancestors, guides, clear the energy of the deck. Align it to the needs of my Scorpio risings. All right, Scorpio, you are dealing with second house energy, which is the house of your values, the house of money and assets. It's how you feel comfortable, what you feel comfortable with. You know, this can talk about matters of the home, but really it's what you need to build your home. That's what I'm hearing. What you need to build your home. All right. So having a Mercury retrograde in your second house can be really tricky because it's when it's going forward or when it's going backwards. When it's going backwards, you can start to reevaluate your values. Okay. And Scorpios, you tend to like, I know what it is. I'm very clear. You know, I'm intense about what I love and what I value in my life. So like the backwards motion can be kind of a shock to the system. It can be kind of a humbling moment. All right, Scorpio. So don't take it personally. This is just, we're all going through it. Okay. We're all going through it. And the point of a Mercury retrograde is not to trip you up or to punish you or anything like that. It's to open you up to the messages that need to come through, to reworking things so that you can be set on the right path. All right. So, the sun also being in your second house means you're working towards grabbing something that's important to you. Yeah, that's what I'm hearing. You're working towards building something for yourself. This may be a good time for you to, I'm hearing looking for a new home. You're looking for a new home. Now that can be physically or it can be metaphorically. It can be out in the world, or it can be a new place to settle in your heart. Like I said, reworking what you find valuable. And I'm just going to say it. Try not to place your value into frivolity. Okay, because that's what I'm getting with the energy of Sag in the second house is let's go, let's spend it all, let's do the things, let's have experiences, you know? But then, like I said, with the Mercury retrograde, it's going to be like, hey, do you have all the money for this? Is this a wise investment? How are you communicating about your money? Like, are you allowing yourself to receive? You know, or are you spending? Are you spending more time spending than you are garnering? All right. Okay. So the first card for my Scorpio risings. Overall energy for the Sag season and the Sag Mercury retrograde. Oh my gosh. This Mercury retrograde is interesting. It's already tripping me up and we haven't even gotten there yet. But we are in the shadow part. Okay. Coming out is the Hierophant. It came out sideways, but I'm going to let you see it upright. Ooh. The Hierophant is all about following the rules. It's all about following your inner knowing and bunkering down. Like I said, try not to get so caught up in saying yes to everything because you're trying to have fun, that you do stuff that you know isn't beneficial for you. Listen to your higher guidance, your higher self, instead of saying yes or no right away. Listen and take a second to breathe. Yes, take a second to breathe and listen to what your gut is telling you. Okay. Ooh, obstacles. Ooh. Queen of Pentacles also coming out sideways. When cards come out sideways, for me, like, I see it as a choice. Like, you can either go upright or you can go reverse. So what I'm saying, or what I'm hearing, is, once again, what do you want to invest in? What is going to be planted on fertile ground? What is frivolous and not worth your time? And what is bountiful and bound to be bountiful? Try not to take care of everybody. The Queen of Pentacles is not just building for herself, but she's building for the world. I mean, especially in this card, she is literally building the world. And that's okay. Like, it's a beautiful thing to want to give back to others, but you also need to be sensible about that. Okay. Sensible. A sensible 74. All right. Wisdom and guidance from the ancestors. What? Ooh. Another sideways card. The Tower. Ooh, things cannot stay the same. They must change or they're going to deteriorate. All right. These are very strong cards. You have two major arcanas and a queen. So, like, be gentle with yourself during the Mercury retrograde. You are going to learn some hard lessons. Okay. Just make sure that the lesson is well learned. Okay, that you're not just bumping up against a growth edge only to do it again in a little while. Okay. Something's got to give, is what I keep hearing. Something's got to give. And with the Hierophant coming out, it tells me that you know what that is. You know exactly what it is. And you're just so stuck in this either materialism or a need to take care, a need to provide, that, you know, you're in a sticky situation, but it's okay. Like, okay. Also hearing another message is that you may need to tap in. You may need to tap in, because this also could be the energy of, like, being shortchanged by a boss, you know, like, or asking that your boss asking for too much. Like, it's really about knowing your worth, knowing your own value, and knowing what you want to put stock in, because great change is coming. Let the tower fall. Don't hold on so that you fall with the tower. Evacuate. Evacuate, child. All right. What crystal do my Scorpios? Is it? No. Okay. Just had to ask. What crystals do my Scorpios need for Sag season? Okay. Leopard skin jasper. I observe my surroundings and I know I am divinely guided. Let whatever it is that needs to go, let it go. Okay. It says improve peripheral awareness, become the objective observer, increase consciousness of reactions of others, increase mental, physical, and emotional flexibility. I keep hearing this is a great time, Scorpio. This is a great time. And it's going to produce great things. But you have to listen and you have to be willing to learn. Okay. All right. I want my pillow because my back is starting to hurt. Because, ooh, did you hear that? Hopefully you didn't hear my back crack. I'm going to be right back. Also, I don't really want you looking at my bed. So we'll lift this up. Oh, you raise me up. I didn't really take the spotlight off my bed at all, but that's okay. And yes, I am on my bed doing this live. Oh, shady boots. So shady. This is so shady. And I'm not cutting this shit out either. I am not cutting it out. Ooh. All right. Bam, baby. Stay. Please stay. All right. It's an impromptu live with impromptu shorts. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Much better. Yeah. I'm just going to do that. Ooh. All right. Let's clear the energy. Spirits, ancestors, guys, clear the energy of this card. Clear the energy of these cards. Align them to the energy of Libra rising. All right, Libra risings, you're going through a third house transit, the house of communication, neighbors, your immediate environment. Yeah, so like it could be your town, stuff like that. But also like it's data in, data out, how you express yourself, how you communicate, and how you learn as well. And now Libras, having Sag rule your third house, very wise energy, very wise energy. And I'm just feeling like this Mercury retrograde is going to have you feeling like you're like the cat's got your tongue. And then when Mercury goes forward again, it's like, oh, I'm going to just say the things that I need to say. I'm going to impart my wisdom because I hold my tongue way too often. That's just the energy that I'm getting. That is the vibe that I'm getting, okay? But yeah, having a Mercury retrograde, oh Lord. Having Mercury retrograde through your third house that's ruled by Mercury, the energy is going to be a little more intense, okay? It's definitely going to be questioning or having you question how you interact with others and how you speak your truth. And whether or not you are listening fully, listening with your whole attention and your whole heart. That's just what's coming to me. That is what I'm hearing. All right, spirits, ancestors, guides. What does my Libra risings need to know? What do my Libra risings need to know about this Sag season? You're going to be wanting to communicate, but you might be like, you see how I'm like tripping up? I feel like that's kind of a little bit of more of your energy right now. It's like you might feel as though it's better to just be quieter because like you may not know what to say. You may feel like you're stumbling on your words. But it's okay. It's going to be all right. I would say slow down like I am right now. Slowing down helps us to articulate. What's the overall situation, the overall energy of Libra risings for this set? Whoa, why do I have 3 cards coming out? Okay, well, ciao. I'm showing you all 3 cards. You have the Emperor coming out, the Ace of Wands reversed, and Death reversed. Ooh. All right. Now, can you tell me which one do I need to focus on? So with Death reversed and the Ace of Wands reversed, like I said, it may feel like you have ideas, like you have a good strong knowing, but like you're either burnt out, you don't feel impassioned to like speak up, or you are cutting your own passion off, you're cutting your own energy off. Death reversed. Yeah. So the energy is that there's a beginning here for you. There's a new wave of energy that needs to be bursting through, but it feels like you're holding back, you're holding it in. Obstacles. Oh, why didn't I put these cards back? Obstacles. You're a leader. You're a leader. That's what I keep hearing. That's the Emperor as well. Justice. Okay. So the thing to master is taking your time and not letting things go, but taking your time to carefully craft what it is that you want to say, what it is that you feel the need to speak up about. In this particular Justice card, the story, he has to play the long game. He has to play the long game to finally get justice. And I'm sure that he's not happy about it because, like, the guy he's got to get his justice on has his wife. So, like, there's some tension, there's beef, there's big beef, but he has to wait. He has to slow down and he has to observe. All right. Don't pop off at the mouth either. I know that's the opposite of what I was saying, but like they're two sides of the same coin. You know, it's like when you go to one opposite end, you realize it's just like the other. It just looks a little different, right? Holding everything in, it gives you the tendency to burst, right? No good, no bueno. Popping off at the mouth it gives you the tendency to put your foot in your mouth, to say things that don't actually make sense, you know, that aren't the best argument to be made. Middle ground. I'm hearing write it out. Write it out. Write what you want to say out. That way you can look over it and see if it's really making sense. Okay? And wisdom and guidance. Because you want to make sure that when you do say what you want to say, that it's getting to the objective that you want to achieve, that you want to accomplish. All right, Four of Wands is your guidance. I'm hearing your happiness is important. The Four of Wands is about celebration. It's about joy. And so, one, if you're so worried about things being just or unjust, you have a tendency to stew in them and it sucks away your own happy energy, your own joyful energy. It's the same thing about holding shit in. Holding shit in, it stamps out your own fire. And then blurting shit out, you think that you feel good in the moment, but then like afterwards you're like, you know? So like it's all for your own benefit. Okay. And then I'm also hearing like, speak up for yourself. Like I said, maybe you write an email, maybe you write in your journal, you know, find a way that is balanced, fair, and just. And I know you're all about that, Libras. Find a way that is leading to your own enjoyment, to your own happiness, and to your own truth. Yeah. Celebrate your truth. What crystal can my Libra risings work with? What crystals can my Libras work with? Ooh, I got two. Calicoperite, which is about extending our happiness to others as well. Ooh, deeper meaning to this Four of Wands. Four of Wands can be like a homestead. It can be about our, like if you're in a work situation or you're in a school situation, it can be like, hey, it's not just about your happiness, it's about the happiness of the collective that's with you, the small group that's with you. It says, I am healthy and strong thanks to physical movement and exercise outdoors. Okay, I have another one that is literally about being happy for the success of others as well. And I mean, maybe go for a walk in your neighborhood. I don't know. And then the other one is rutilated quartz. I am grateful that my vital life force provides me with the energy and motivation to live life to the fullest. Ooh. Both of them have to do with like physically feeling well, physically giving yourself the strength to enjoy life. That's interesting to me. Okay. Can I get one more card? I'm going to use from Colette Baron-Reid's Goddess Power. Can I get one more card for my Libras? Tell me more about this situation. Tell me more about Death Reversed, Justice, and the Four of Wands. Remember, I did get the Ace of Wands reversed and the Emperor upright. So Ace of Wands reversed can talk about exhaustion. What energy are my Libras dealing with? I get one more piece of guidance from my Libra risings. Too many. Can I get one more? Come on. I'm trying to keep each sign down to 10 minutes. Let's go. Give me a... Oop. Okay. Time, Earth, and Fortune. So yeah, I'm going to reiterate that. Go for some walks, Libra. Go walk around your neighborhood. Maybe while you're thinking of what you want to communicate. Yeah, the earth is going to have some answers for you. And maybe the answer is to really to slow down and get your answers, not from your like exhaustion or your frustration, but pouring into yourself. You have wisdom, and you know exactly what it is that you want to say, but you have to make sure you're not coming from a place of depletion, and you have to take time to express yourself properly. All right. Thank you, Libras. Spirit, ancestors, guides, clear the energy of these cards. Align them to my Virgo collective. What do my Virgos need to know during this Sag season? So Virgo, you are dealing with the fourth house, the house of the home, the house of the childhood, the house of your memories and the things that you've always held dear. So what does that mean when there's a Mercury retrograde? So one, having Sag rule your fourth house can mean a couple of things. It can mean like moving around a lot. It can mean that, well, as a child, moving around a lot. It can mean that you might have had like really restrictive religious parents. Yeah, like it's very like, this is the way. I'm imparting my wisdom onto you and you must take it. So So yeah, having a Mercury retrograde in that house, in that sign, is pretty intense. It means you're probably working through your own, um, finding your own wisdom and living your life the way that you want to be lived. Or you, the way that you see the world. Yeah, like finding your own divinity, releasing um releasing patterns and structures that were given to you as a child. It is learning how to speak about those things, because sometimes in family dynamics we're like, when we're talking to our parents, they're like, what do you mean, I tried my best, and they dismiss us. So like really learning how to either have the hard conversations or to release the hard conversations, release the structures, release the things that aren't yours, the things that were given to you, and finding your own. Yeah, especially with the sun moving through your fourth house. And it can also be like, maybe you are finding a new home. Maybe you are moving. Yes, maybe you're looking for a new place to plant your roots. Spirits, ancestors, guides, what message needs to come out for my Virgo risings? What message needs to come out for my Virgos? Well, I need one card, please. Thank you. Look at that. Releasing, walking away. The energy of walking towards something that is illuminated and walking away from something that was just not right. Or maybe it was right for a time and it's not right for you anymore. She's venturing out into the night, only being guided by the moon, only being guided by her intuition and her heart and what her heart is telling her. Listen to yourself, Virgos. I know that sometimes you can be, how do you say? You want to plan for everything, and you can be like, well, what happens if this happens? But what if this happens? Like, but I'm not sure. You can be unsure. That's the word. I know sometimes, Virgos, you can be unsure, and following your heart can be hard, especially when you're an earth sign. It's like, oh, what do you mean? Stability, security, the things that I've always known, especially in the fourth house. But it's worth it. It will be worth it. Yeah. What is the obstacle coming through for my Virgos? Nine of Wands. Yeah. Oh my gosh. And this is the story of Vasilissa. This is literally the story of this girl. It's kind of like Cinderella, but her father marries a stepmother, and the stepmother doesn't like her and wants her daughters to be like more prominent or prettier than her. And so the stepmother literally sends her out on a death mission. She sends her out on a death mission, basically. And it's only, I believe it's like the doll that her mother gave her or something like that, that like saves her. Yeah, it's like there's burden and there is anxiety, especially when you're going out into the dark, especially when you don't know what is ahead of you. And I know, like I said, Virgos, I know you like to see the path ahead. You're like, can I chart that? Can I figure that out before I go? I need a map. You're not going to get a map. You are going to have to follow the moon. You're going to have to follow your intuition, follow your heart. And try not to be so overburdened by the idea of the change that you need to make. Can I get some guidance for my Virgos? Ooh. Something ain't right. That's what the guidance is saying. Something is not right. And you know it. It's like what's happening to you, what you're experiencing is not okay. And in order to right that, you are going to have to say goodbye to something. And in the fourth house of the home, that shit can get tricky. It can get sticky dealing with family members and, maybe your physical home, dealing with old childhood friends, dealing with people you have loved for a long time. But you're not going to keep carrying this burden. Okay? You're not going to keep carrying this burden. You are going to write this justice card and you're going to pick up and pack out. Oh, no, you won't. No, not a chance. Well, yes, you will. Yes, you will. Can I get a crystal for my Virgos? What crystals do my Virgos need to work with during this Sag season? Apophyllite. Oh, this is the card of happiness, of inner positivity and lightness and grounding yourself, connecting to your higher power. I meditate regularly. I'm insightful. My connection to the universal wisdom guides me daily. Follow your feet, follow your heart, and know that it will bring you deeper joy. And this stone will also help with this feeling, okay? It will truly help with this feeling. Apophyllite is my favorite stone. Whenever I pull my cards, I'm like, what do I need to work with today? Whenever it comes out apophyllite, when I'm like, okay, girl, I might get a little sticky, but she's going to make sure she's feeling good, okay? Give yourself what you need to feel happy, positive, and light. All right, Virgos. Love you. Spirits, ancestors, guides, please clear the energy of this reading. Clear the energy of these cards. Align me to my Leos. Ooh. Uh-oh, not my stomach. Not my stomach growling. All right, Leos. You're working with your fifth house. I was staring at it for so long because I'm like, oh, this is interesting. Like, because when it starts from Aries, Leo's in the fifth house, it's its natural house. Okay. So it's doubling down on your energy. But I guess coming from the other air sign, fire sign. Oh my gosh. Coming from the other fire sign, it's going to relay you back to the fifth house, which is interesting to me. So Leos, we're talking about your house of dating, your house of creativity, of like being you, showing up and being fun and like being seen. Yeah. I know you love that, Leo. I know you love that. Ooh, and having a Mercury retrograde happening in your fifth house, you're learning to use your voice. And I'm just hearing this, like create your own stuff. Yeah. That your voice matters. Cause like sometimes Leos can get caught up in like doing things for other people. Not that it's not like, a spotlight's on them, but it's like I'm doing a work of somebody else's and I'm going to shine there. Or I'm doing this with my family, with my loved ones. I'm doing this fifth house energy with my partner. And it's like, what is your voice saying? Okay. I'm also hearing cavalier dating. I don't know why. I'm hearing cavalier dating? Question mark? So there's that. Maybe you're spicing it up a little bit. Having a little bit more it's a word that starts with a C. Oh, what's the word? What is the word? Bird's the word. Oh Oh my gosh. Oh my God. Let me shuffle these cards and then have it come to me. It's literally right there. It's right there. And I'm going to take this as a confirmation sign of like, maybe like, you know what you want to do, but it's like, it's almost there. It's like not fully fleshed out yet. You know what you want to create. You know who you want to be with or what kind of person you want to be with, but it's like in the back of your head somewhere and you can't really flesh it out. So take some time to slow down and flesh it out. Casual. Oh my God. Y'all, I forgot a 6-letter word. It feels like in the beginning of the this sad season, things are going to be a little bit more cash. And the retrograde is really going to have you taking a step back and being like, well, what do I want? Like maybe, and that's not necessarily just with dating, but that's just in general with that 5th house energy of like casually being a part of things, but then like being like, no, I actually want to take this a little more seriously. What's the energy coming out from my Leos? Ooh. Justice coming up. Finding the balance of things. Like I said, Leo energy really loves being the heart of things, the center of things. And sometimes that can mean that your energy starts to leak out and into your taking care of everybody or being there for everybody, being loyal to everybody. But like, it's time for you to create your own shit. It's time for you to focus in and do your own thing, do the thing that you have in the back of your head. But like, maybe there's so many things going on that you're not really focusing on it. Focus on it. Find balance and really do yourself justice. Yeah, do yourself justice. Spirits, ancestors, guys, can I get an obstacle card for my Leos during the sad season? What obstacles? Ooh, 10 of Wands. Yeah, conserve your energy. 10 of Wands is literally like the last card of burden. You see this? Do you see this skull? Yeah, I know. Intense and dramatic. Very dramatic. But yeah, it's giving like you're almost there. You're almost at the end. The 10 turns into a 1. You're almost at the renewal point, but you have to recognize where burden is showing up in your creative life, in your dating life, and like, oh, also like I'm hearing, what does your inner child want? What have you always wanted to make? Take the time. Stop showing up in ways that aren't beneficial for you. Take the time to implement proper balance between how you show up for other people and how you show up for yourself. I'm also hearing, if you want to lead, you have to be a leader. That can mean a couple of different things. It can mean learning how to take the reins and take the lead. It can also mean having to lead from behind and listening. Yeah, if you're starting a project, you can't steamroll through things, and steamroll through people. You do have to make sure that there is proper, I want to say balance, but no, you have to make sure that there's proper appreciation of everyone involved. Okay? Make sure you are not just powerhousing it through because you're a Leo and you're going to be seen and it's you and it's your thing. Make sure that you are taking a look at everybody else around you and noticing that you're all a part of a team. And every voice matters. And especially your voice. Your voice matters too. And then that's part of letting go of burden, because you don't want to burn the people that are there for you. Okay? All right. Guidance. Ooh, the star. Oh, things are looking up, Leo. Things are looking up. Yeah. Like I said with this 10 of Wands, like it feels like you're coming from a place of burden. You're coming from a place of either being overworked or having difficulty, but there's the light at the end of the tunnel. And that also is part of your justice, part of your karma is following the light. Yeah. Justice is coming. Justice is coming, Leos. Justice is coming. And they better be ready. All right. Spirits, ancestors, guides. What crystals do my Leos need to work with during this Sag season? Copper. So this isn't a crystal, but it is a stone and a metal. It's a metal, not a stone. I am a conduit for goodness and prosperity. I receive inspiration and great wealth. Burdens are being released. You just have to believe in it and know that the power of the mind is so impactful. Like your thoughts attract things. Okay. So even if you're like being happy-go-lucky on the outside and on the inside, you're stewing and stirring, you're going to bring more of that stewy energy in. So you have to believe that things are going to be okay, that everything's working out in your favor, and use copper to help you. Okay. When you believe that, life will change. Things around you will change. Okay. All right. Spirits, ancestors, guides, please clear the energy. Clear the energy and align my cards to the Cancer Collective. Oh, there's people in the chat. I never have people in the chat. Oh, hey, Mike. Ciao. Tell me why you started Leo, right? Okay. Thanks for joining, Mike. But on to Cancers. Spirits, ancestors, guides, allow me to tap into the energy for Cancer. What message needs to come through for my Cancers during this Sag season? Cancers, you're working with 6th house energy. So this is about your daily habits, your routines, and literally work. The job. And with Sag being, Sag and Mercury retrograde in Sag being in your 6th house. Cards are already popping out. Ciao. Don't overwork yourself. Okay. And also allow yourself to build your everyday based off of your own view of what you need and view of the world. Okay. There is a need for you to realize what standing up for yourself looks like. Yeah, that's what I'm hearing. What does standing up for yourself truly look like? Does it look like having outbursts? Does it look like, getting other people to agree with you? I don't know why I'm hearing that, but that's what I'm hearing. Or does it look like standing on your own, even if nobody else agrees with you? Do you know what's right for you? What do you need? And are you willing to stand all by your lonesome and stand on business? That's what I'm hearing. And that could be at work or at home. Like I said, this is routines. This is habits. This is about your health. Are you willing to stand on business and give yourself what you need? Spirits, ancestors, guides, what is the overall energy for Wait, did a card come out? Child, did a card come out? I don't know. Oh, it didn't pop, but it flipped. There we go. Oh, look at that. 7 of Wands reversed. Yeah. Putting up strong boundaries, a need to stand up for yourself, a need to fight for your rights. Okay. The story of this card truly upsets me. But at the end of the day, he is fighting for the railroad workers, okay, against like their jobs being taken away by machines, basically, them being replaced. There is a need for you to create stronger boundaries in your life. Now, does that mean you need to create stronger boundaries at work, stand up for yourself at work? Maybe. Does that mean you need to create better daily habits for yourself? Maybe. Maybe. You know, take what resonates for you. All right, obstacles. What's the obstacle? Wow. Card flew. The card flew. Literally. First of all, can I say this card came out when I was just like shuffling in the beginning. Okay. So, 2 messages. You're either overworking yourself or you're not working hard enough, honey. You are either doing the most and you need to make proper boundaries. You need to learn how to say no. Say no, child. And saying no with compassion, not from frustration. Saying no from a place of, I know what's right for me, not from a place of, you've done all of this to me, you know, not from an outburst way, from a child, this ain't it. Okay. Or other message, or you got to get to working on what you need for you. Or you're like, you feel like, oh, that's a separate message. You either need to really put your back into what you are creating for yourself, your new routines, your health habits, your daily practices to give back to yourself. To, it could be going to the gym, it could be having your green juice, it could be, I don't even know, hey, it could be doing 1 day a week of silence. I don't know why I'm hearing that. But it could be anything that you need for yourself that you are neglecting. Or I heard a third option that I went into kind of in my head. Or you're feeling as though you're doing all this work and you're getting nowhere. That could also be the thing. But that's for a very few select people. It feels like you really need to set boundaries with other people or for yourself or both. Wisdom and guidance from the ancestors. Tower reversed. The wisdom and guidance is, if you hold on for too long, you will be the worst version of yourself. Okay, Cancer? And you should probably know that. You know that. You know that when the going gets tough, you start to burn and shit. Okay? Like when you have finally had enough, you will burn a bitch down. And you don't want it to get there. You want to be concise, you want to be loving, you want to have boundaries from a place of knowing, not from a place of depletion. All right? The Tower reverse is telling you that it's gonna come crumbling down anyway. But the way that things dissolve is up to you. The way that things dissolve is up to you. I'm also hearing 2-week notice. I mean, maybe you need to put in a 2 weeks notice, but it feels like it's a longer period of time. If for some of you, if the Tower is, it's not done yet, like you're still here, because not everybody has the luxury to just quit something. Yeah. We live in a world that tells us we need money to exist. So not everybody has the luxury to do that. But if the message for you is that hold on for just a little longer, you need to start making your escape. And you need to start slowly setting things down. And you need to give yourself a decent timeline. Okay. Boundaries, dear one. Say the thing. Do the thing. What crystals do my Cancers need for Sag season? I'm taking that. Taking that. Ooh, ruby. Vital life force flows vibrantly through me. I am grateful for my energetic passion for life. Ruby is going to get you through some hard times. Yes, she will. Yes, she will. And she will help you to fall deeper in love with yourself so that you don't stick with negative patterns or stick with patterns of depletion. Yeah. It says improve physical strength and vitality, increase endurance and passion, activate productivity and self-motivation, increase enthusiasm and overall feelings of well-being. Right? Oh, good luck, Cancers. Where's my bell? Oh, literally right in front of me. Spirits, ancestors, guides, please clear the energy of these cards. Clear the energy of these cards. Align them to the energy of the Gemini collective. Geminis, you are dealing with 7th house issues. Why do I want to say issues? Ooh, child. Okay. Okay, energy. Gemini risings, by the way. But, if you're a Gemini, welcome. Welcome to the Gemini reading. Anyway. Yeah, 7th house of partners. Romantic, mentorship, business partners. It can be your one-on-one relationship with anybody. It can be your one-on-one relationship with a parent. All right. It is how you interact with your friends and your loved ones one-on-one. Well, and also business. Anyway. Having a Mercury retrograde through that. Ciao. I'm just hearing some of y'all might get told off. Sorry for the good. So I hate that for you. Or maybe it's what you need. Maybe it's what you need. Or maybe you need to tell somebody else off. I don't know. But there's definitely a tricky, sticky situation happening with you and another person, or you in multiple interpersonal relationships. I'm just hearing like, are you sure about that? Are you sure about that? Are you sure about that? And so maybe people are questioning you. Maybe they're making you question yourself. Maybe you're questioning your friendships. That could definitely be it. Maybe you're questioning your friendships. Are you sure about that? Might be a statement to repeat to yourself throughout this Sag season, as the Sun and Mercury are in your 7th house. So you're navigating your relationships. Ooh, are you sure about that? Ooh, it's coming out sideways strong. So overall situation, Page of Pentacles is what she looks like upright. It's what she looks like reversed. Sideways means there's a choice. She's all about being grounded. She's all about doing the things on earth to give back to others. Yeah, in an earthly way. Like, so she helps people to make things, she shows people how to do things. And so with that being the energy, I feel like you really have to check yourself. Like I said, are you sure about that? Before you pass on information, make sure that you're passing on the information that you want to. Make sure that you're doing it from a place of love and of groundedness. Yeah. Because, okay, just saying, the end of this story, the people of Earth that she comes to give all the things to, that she comes to help, they end up killing her, child, which is crazy to me. And then she goes back to the sky with her mom. She's like, I'm never going back there again. Um, so just make sure, one, make sure you know who you're giving to. Make sure you know who you're sharing your energy with, and that that person is grateful for that energy. But also, that sounds a little icky, but make sure that the people that you are investing into are willing to invest in you, and they're not like envious of you, and they're not like looking to slap you down, you know, and that you're also not doing that to others. Make sure that you don't try to slap people down when you don't get what you want from your relationships, you know, or block people out when you don't hear what you want to hear. Did you hear? Ooh. My stomach just growled. I'm going to take that as a confirmation, child. I'm going to take that as a confirmation. Obstacles. Obstacles. 10 of coins. Ooh. You're building something, Gemini. You are building something. You're trying to build your legacy. You are trying to put something together to give yourself long-lasting joy, happiness, and stability. And so, like I said, you have to sow the seeds with careful intention, with purity and a lightness of heart that isn't taking this so seriously and gripping on to things, you know? A lot of earth energy. The seeds that you plant matter. The seed, your intentions and how you build, how you start building. It's like building a house on a sturdy foundation or not. Yeah, it's like Three Little Pigs energy, you know? Like you don't want to build a house of cards or a house of straw. You want to build something of brick with loyalty and companionship involved. Yeah, so this might be a business partner. Wisdom and I know that's the strength card. Which way did it come out? I mean, which way did it come out? Come back. Oh, is it sideways? Oh my God, it's sideways too. Oh, oh, the strength card. I mean, it's the same message. It is you. It's like catching flies with honey. There we go. That's the message. It's like you catch more flies with honey than you do with vinegar. Um, she opens up this crocodile's mouth by being gentle, by singing to it, by expressing herself in a way that is not like brutally beating it. Like she doesn't want to fight the crocodile. What's the point of fighting the crocodile? She wants the crocodile to have trust in her. So she must approach it with love. She must approach it with respect. Heavy. Heavy on the respect, okay? Heavy on the respect. Yeah. I mean, this is like, it's big energy. It is big energy. Hmm. I want to pull one more card. I want to pull one more card for you. I'm going to use the Goddess Power Oracle. Spirits, ancestors, guys, do I have any more, or do I have one more message? Do I have another message? You can't make this shit up, y'all. Wise leadership. Wise leadership. Should I read it? Is she going to read it, child? I think I'm going to read it because she's going to read it better than, or she's going to read you better than I can. Is it upright or reversed? Upright or reversed? Still coming out sideways. Okay. Empowerment message. Stepping into the world with a sense of surety and positive self-worth is what's called for you now. I don't know how to pronounce this. This lady, horse goddess of leadership and guidance, offers you her wisdom now that you have what it takes to heed it. or know that you have what it takes to heat it. You can do anything you place your attention on, and you'll find it easy to accomplish what's needed for your intentions to take form. Whether you are aware of this or not, the way you manage your accomplishments and even the way you handle failures and losses is modeling the way forward for others. There is a wisdom growing within you. Being true to who you are and placing integrity and humility equal to enthusiasm makes you a wise leader indeed, one that the goddess Epona, I think I said it right, is so proud of. The alignment message. Being overly assertive and determined to take action is not in your favor at this time. If you feel afraid of making a mistake or worried that you will somehow compromise yourself or disappoint someone else, consider this a time to regroup and assess the details. As the goddess Epona knows, not all paths are meant to be explored. Ooh, just got another confirmation growl. Not all battles are meant to be fought. Not all opportunities will pan out. Beware of the tendency to overreach. You have come a long way, and the best leader knows when to take a break. Your task is to hold back and breathe deeply, trusting fully that when the time comes to act, the goddess Epona will guide you. You don't want to act too soon out of fear and insecurity or even by hubris, as you will surely slip and lose your stance. Take heart, for this is the perfect moment for a timeout to see what the goddess Epona truly has for you. The divine has you safe and secure. You just need to wait. Okay, so two separate messages can be combined, but you know if it's for you, okay? If it's the empowerment message or the alignment message. Think about it. Spirit ancestors guides, what crystals do my Geminis need? What crystals do my Geminis need to work with during the Sagittarius season? Okay, that's a lot. All right, I'm going to read them all though. Oh, apophyllite, okay, about meditation and being insightful and connecting to your wisdom daily. Rutilated quartz, okay, to improve your energy levels. I am grateful that my vitality and life force provides me with the energy and motivation to live life to the fullest. Calicoprite, which is about being happy for others and then giving you physical strength. All right. It says, I am healthy and strong thanks to physical movement and exercise outdoors. And then blue lace agate, which is all about communicating with love. Okay. Speak the truth, listen well, have the courage to say what you need to say, be heard, read between the lines. It is easy for me to express myself. I am understood. I hear what others are communicating. All right. I need something. I need something. Ooh. I'm so sorry, but my stomach is growling and you hear it. I need something in my stomach. Otherwise, it's going to continue to growl and I need to listen to my body. Oh my God. It's so good. Whoa. I've had this in my purse for like a month. And I would have eaten it much sooner if I knew how good it was, child. Ooh. This is good. And I'm not even a big dark chocolate fan. How to get me another one of these? Dark Fantasy? Approved. Crumbs on my bed now. Oh, Lord. That's a crumble grape. I will have to vacuum later. Don't judge me. All right. Yep. Thank you for that short little reprieve. All right. Spirits, ancestors, guides, please clear the energy of these cards. And Ooh, and align them to my Taurus collective. Come on, Taurus risings. I have Taurus sun. Love Taurus energy. Spirit ancestors, guides. What does my Taurus rising collective need to hear? What does my Taurus collective need to hear? So Taurus, you're dealing with the energy of the 8th house, which is about finances, things that you share with other people. It's about power, death, and rebirth. It's about the things that you don't want to talk about, like the things that you hide and keep secret. It's about new alliances. That's what I'm hearing. New alliances. And regenerating the power of your self-worth. I keep hearing big business. Big business. Big balls. I keep hearing Santana's voice. Big Birkin. Spirits, ancestors, guys. What do my Tauruses need to hear for this sad season? Ooh, in the 8th house. Yeah. It's some expansive energy. But whenever you have Mercury retrograding in your 8th house, you know you have to be careful of the things that you sign, of the deals that you make. Okay? Because if you don't read that fine work, if you don't read that paperwork, child, it'll be too late. Okay? After you sign your name on a dotted line, things get a lot harder to readjust. Okay? Why am I hearing Ask Meg the Stallion? Because she had to go to court about her money, because 1501, they had her sign and locked into a contract that she signed when she was a young one. And she realized they was literally siphoning money off of her. So that situation is literally popping up in my head. So just be careful, babe. Be careful of the people that you get in bed with, literally, too, because, 8th house is the house of intimacy. Make sure you know exactly what you want, what you're looking for, what you don't want, and what you have agreed upon with others. Spirits, ancestors, guides, what is the overall energy for my Taurus risings for sad season? The Emperor reversed. The Emperor reverse can be brutal. It can be very cutthroat energy. Like somebody who's going to war because they feel disrespected, not because they actually need to fight. And then it can also be the opposite energy. It can also be the energy of not standing up for yourself, not doing the thing that you know is right. So however that resonates for you. And then it can also be like a time of like, instead of moving forward, like I said, Mercury's retrograding, so you don't want to sign all your contracts right now. You want to make sure that things are right. Instead of charging ahead, lay back a little bit. Make sure that you are getting the things that you want in order. So yeah, a couple of different ways to experience that energy. Can I get another card? Can I get an obstacle? Death reversed. Ooh. Ooh. Okay. So we're trying to go through a renewal. So maybe you're just finishing out. Maybe you're finishing out something, finishing out a contract, finishing out a connection. Maybe you're learning how to tap back into your power. Yeah, it's a house of Pluto. It's a Scorpio house of not only death and rebirth, but about personal power. And so there may be a need to take your power back. after going through something challenging. There also may be a need to really take a step back. Yeah, I'm going to get some clarifying cards on these ones because that's 2 major arcana cards. It's big energy that you're dealing with. Can I get wisdom and guidance from the ancestors? Oh, we're going to take all of them. Child, not you getting 4 major arcana cards. Justice, Temperance, and the Queen of Cups. Baby, this is a big season for my Tauruses. A big season for my Tauruses. And I really do think that you need to take a step back. I really think that you need to find balance. I need you to try to reflect and try to transmute the energy that you're working through. Don't get stuck in old patterns. Don't get stuck in old narratives and stories. And make sure that you are like the emperor. He's the emperor because he has been doing this for a long time. He doesn't go to war frivolously. He doesn't have to swing his sword all the time. He's respected even in his silence because people know he's about business. And he's not going to be somebody that you can lure into battle. He is somebody who knows what his kingdom is worth, who knows that he has people to protect and that he has a mission. This justice card, he has to wait to get his justice. And there's a lot going on. There is a lot, like, I don't want to get into the story, but like, he could easily have just charged after what it is, the person who is, in the wrong, but he doesn't. He sits back, he waits, he bides his time, he looks at what's going on. He watches this man. He watches him move. And then when he knows it's time to get the drop, that's when he takes action. And now this card, the Temperance card in this deck, it talks about having 11 benefic, there we go, 11 benefic heads of giving to take care of the people and 1 malefic head, because sometimes people need a but like it's mostly a giving, loving energy. So you need to sit with yourself so that you're not acting irrationally or rashly. I think I said that right. You need to know when you need to bring the hammer, and you need to know when you are stewing on energy that is not beneficial to you. And the Queen of Cups. The Queen of Cups follows her intuition. She follows her emotion, but she can also be led astray by it. She leads with her emotions first, and therefore can sometimes be manipulative. And also, therefore, can sometimes be manipulated. But overall, these 3 cards coming out as the wisdom and the guidance, it tells me that you're going to get what's due. You're going to get what's due to you. But how are you going to act while you are in the process of doing that? Yeah. And what crystal do you need? What crystal do you need? What crystals do my Taurus collective need? Whoa. Tourmalinated quartz. Restore harmony and peace on all levels. Deflect unwanted or unhealthy vibrations. That's within the self and outside of the self. break unhealthy energetic cords, uncover unconscious beliefs and patterns. I am mindful of the energetic connections between others and myself. I am automatically removing unhealthy cords of attachment. I'm hearing this could be divorce too. This, like, and that's not to like scare anybody, but like for some of you it is. For some of you it's about like making sure your paperwork is right. Making sure that people aren't coming in and or leaving and trying to take everything on their way out, or kicking you out of a situation and being like, well, you didn't do anything for me. And it's like, but know when it's time to go to war, but also know that you don't have to do it frantically. He ain't never surprised, baby. He ain't never surprised by nobody and nothing. Oh, Danielle's here. Hey, hey. You can never catch the emperor off guard. And that means that you need to know that you got this and move like you do. Not like Chicken Little. Okay. Hi, Linus of Gaia. Thank you for coming. All right, spirits, ancestors, guides, please clear the energy. Please clear the energy of this reading. Align me to the Aries collective. All right, Aries. The Sun and Mercury retrograde are going to be traveling through your 9th house of wisdom, of higher education and learning, of writing. Yeah, this this could be a time that you are really writing down your wisdom, like imparting your knowledge. And to me, that tells me that you need to really focus on what it is that you want to say. Okay, because if you're writing something down during Mercury retrograde, messages can come out a little foggy. This could also be speech giving, though. You know what I mean? So make sure that your communication is being taken seriously. You know, Aries energy has the tendency to jump, tendency to be the fool. And you just want to make sure that when you're imparting your own wisdom, that you're getting it right. Okay. But this also could be a time of traveling. Okay. So make sure that you plan ahead. Make sure that you are, I'm hearing, learn the language. If you're traveling, learn a little bit of the language, because you might be bumping up against some language barriers. Okay. And it's always good to prepare. Always good to prepare. Spirit, ancestors, guides. Oh, spirituality as well. You may be reworking your connection to your own spirituality, being introduced to other forms, or diving deeper into your spirituality. Spirits, ancestors, guides, can I get an overall energy for my Aries collective, my Aries risings? Overall energy. Ooh. The devil. Oh, Lord. Okay, well, don't panic. Do not panic. When the devil card pops out, people are like, oh no, what does that mean? It just means there's some restriction. There are maybe some unconscious patterns. There's, especially in the 9th house, there may be some ideas and ideals that you are gripping onto that may be holding you back. Yeah. Yeah. It's about making sure that you are evolving as your heart evolves and as your higher self wants you to. Not getting stuck in the forest, consumed. It also can have to do with like addictions, addictive patterns and stuff like that. But like, once again, it can literally be, I'm addicted to listening to people and like taking on what they have to say about the world, instead of like thinking about, what do I believe? Or I can be addicted to like imparting my beliefs onto other people, and be like, no, this is it. Those people who just can't walk away. I understand. We are sisters. I see you. We see each other. But we're learning. We're learning. Spirit ancestors, guides, can I get an obstacle for my Aries collective? Strength reversed. Yeah. Strength reversed comes out when we are stuck in a way of being, or when we are trying to force our way through something. Something that the devil can bring is like a need to understand that you are where you are and to stop wiggling. Like devil's snare, that's what I'm saying. Devil's snare, like when you, if you're a Potterhead, when you relax into it, it lets you go. But if you try and then it starts to tighten and tighten and tighten, and then you get this, right? Then you're like, oh no. But part of strength is knowing how to approach people, knowing how to talk to people, knowing how to make friends with somebody and something, or even make friends with yourself. It's not about like prying the alligator's mouth open. It's about cooing to him, gaining his trust, knowing that, like allowing him to know that you're not a threat, you're not a danger. So, like I said, two things. You either got to like look at yourself, take a long, hard look at what you are refusing to give up, what you are refusing to transmute, or you got to relax. You got to relax. You got to ease into a new way of being, a new way of seeing things. Yeah. Can I get wisdom and guidance? Well, can I get wisdom and guidance from my Aries? Coming out sideways, judgment. Ooh, the judgment card. The judgment card's coming out. So judgment to me usually means like forgiveness and taming the ego. Sorry to say it. Oh, I forget his name in the story, but he like gets this armor and this stick and he thinks he's hot shit, And really he doesn't realize he's in the palm of the Buddha the whole time. He's like, I'm doing all this stuff. I'm accomplishing all this thing. And the Buddha's like, you're literally still in my hand. I could go like this whenever. So like, realize that you can't just bulldoze through things. You have to make sure that you're being humble and allowing life to humble you without taking it personally. And knowing that softer space may just be what you need. The acceptance may just be what you need to get to the next level. Because this is also the card that comes right before the world card, the judgment. It's like that final journey that you need to take, the final surrendering, the final reiterating of the same, like maybe you're locked in a loop of doing the same thing, It's the final pass. And it, like I said, it came out sideways. So this is truly up to you. It's either going to be we're moving forward or we're doomed to repeat. Okay? Don't let your ego get in the way of your transformation. Don't let your ego step in the way of the world. And that can, like I said, this could be addictions. It could be addictive patterns. It could be um, being fixated on the way that you see something, being fixated on what you want, and not seeing, because you're so tunnel vision, you're not seeing the gift that you will get from giving it up. From accepting the circumstances of your life. And how you are always in the right space. You are always being guided. And if you miss this like off ramp, there's going to be another detour. It'll be all right. But like, you don't want to miss it. It's going to add 10 more minutes to your route. You want to take the ramp. Okay. Follow your GPS. What crystals do my, okay. I feel like there's another one. Okay. Thank you. I hope you can't hear my tummy rumbling. That would be embarrassing, child. All right. You get pyrite. My confidence is rock solid. I take positive action to manifest my goals. So this might also be about knowing your worth. Hematite. It is easy for me to quiet my mind and maintain awareness. I can find inner peace. Get rid of the distractions is what I'm hearing. Some of you are distracting yourself. Yeah. Ground yourself into the physical. And follow your values. And that means fully following your values. Like, what do you value about yourself, but also what do you value in other people? And if you're surrounded by people that you don't value, maybe we need to move. Maybe we need to change spaces. Anyway. Thanks, Aries. All right. We're at my Pisces risings. Shout out to the Pisces risings. Spirits, ancestors, guys, please clear the energy of this deck. Please clear the energy of this deck and align it to my Pisces rising collective. All right, Pisces, 10th house energy. You're a Pisces rising? Hey, me too. Shout out to you. Shout out to me. All right. Spirits, ancestors, guys, what do my Pisces risings need to know? What do my Pisces collective need to know? 10th house energy, career energy. This is how you are meant to be seen. This is legacy energy. It's 10 of Pentacles energy, okay? And with Mercury retrograding through that house, I want you to think about what you want your legacy to be. What do you want to be known for? How do you want to represent yourself? And what do you really want to give to other people? Yeah. This is going to be a lot of cavalier energy, okay? And especially when we're talking about the house of business, you don't want to stub your toes. You don't want to have to double back, after putting your foot in your mouth or something like that. So just make sure that you are grounding into the physical to really present the messages that you would like to be heard. How do you want to leave your legacy on this planet? I know, big stuff. All right, can I get an overall energy? Overall energy. Ooh. The sun. Oh, we love the sun. So, I mean, you want to be happy, right? I think that's the energy is like childlike wonder, childlike fun. Don't be afraid to have fun. Don't take it so seriously that you're sucking the Pisces out of it. You know what I mean? Like sucking the fun, bubbly out of it. Allow your whole personality to shine through, to be seen, and to be adored by yourself. Yeah. Allow yourself and your inner child to play out in the sun. Obstacles. Well, obstacles is justice, balance, clarity, and taking your time. Yeah. So like, kind of like I was saying before, how do you really want to be seen, and how are you projecting that? Are you just like doing something hasty, thinking it's a great idea and then pressing send, you know? Or are you like cultivating your ideas, cultivating what you want and letting it marinate a little bit? You know, like I'm hearing proofread your stuff, proofread your work, because you don't want a bunch of typos out there, okay? Because that can be embarrassing. So, and also like sometimes the good stuff, the good gooey stuff comes out in the second round. Yeah. Yeah. So, not being afraid of being playful and being your authentic self, of making sure that one, you are checking your work, two, you are also balancing out work versus play. You're not working too hard and not playing. You're not playing too hard and not working. You don't want to exhaust yourself because that can deplete the sun energy real quick. And then you don't want to party too hard, because then what are you doing for your job? What are you doing for your work? How are you really investing yourself? And wisdom and guidance. Whoop, we got two. We've got two. Whoo. Four of coins and the Wheel of Fortune reversed. So there is also a need to see the self, because there's stuff that needs to be, there's kinks that needs to be worked out. There's gunk that needs to be, taken care of. And if you're just holding on to the way that you've always been doing things, the way that you have always seen things, and not taking constructive criticism, not even proofreading your stuff and just like pressing send, the bountifulness that's there with the Wheel of Fortune, it's not going to show up for you. It's going to make you repeat the lesson. And with the Four of Coins, it also tells me like you're trying to build stability. You are, but like try not to be so rigid about it. Allow yourself to go with the flow, still proofread, but allow yourself to go with the flow and place your energy where your intuition is telling you it needs to be. Don't go burning the midnight oil, and you're exhausted, that you're tired, and you're not going to be able to get up and do the things that you need to do for yourself or the things that you need to do for work. Like, allow yourself to heed the messages. Allow yourself to heed the messages. And allow yourself to experience great change, because it's here for you. Great change, luck, and blessings. Can I get a crystal for my Pisces? Can I get a crystal for my Pisces during Sag season? Oh, gotta put the other ones back in the deck. Can I get a crystal for my Pisces during Sag season? What crystals do my Pisces collective need to work with? Whoa, 3. Apophyllite. It's all about happiness, all about enjoying the life that you've been given, but also like it's a spiritual, it's like a crown chakra activator. So it says, I meditate regularly. Okay. I am insightful. My connection with universal wisdom guides me daily. Exactly. That's the balance. Following your wisdom, following your guidance. Oh, I actually have we have 4 cards. I think these same exact cards may have come out for another collective, which is crazy because I've been shuffling. So the fact that these are coming out again, wild. I'm going to have to watch this back. So calicopyrite, calicopyrite, that's what it is. Supports physical strength and training, increase time in the sunlight for a healthy body, amplify physical movement, and to increase good health. Take walks in the sun. Okay. Take walks and experience the sun. Yes. Especially now that, it's getting dark outside, depending on where you are in the world. The sun is a very integral, like, life force energy that we always need. Okay. If you're in places where you don't have, like Alaska, take some vitamin D. Make sure that we're plants. There we go. We're all just plants. Okay. You need the sun. Make sure you're getting your life force energy. Rutilated quartz says improve energy levels and increase life force, maintain focus, increase feelings of self-empowerment, amplify courage and confidence. Get out there. Don't hold yourself back. Okay. I am grateful that my vital life force provides me with the energy and motivation to live life to the fullest. Okay. And now here's the check your work. Blue lace agate. Okay. It will allow you to speak your truth from a place of love, from a place of compassion, from a place of sowing seeds. Okay. Speak the truth, listen well, have the courage to say what you need to say, be heard, and read between the lines. It is easy for me to express myself. I am understood. I hear what others are communicating. Love that for you, Pisces. Oh, we're almost there. 2 more signs. 2 more signs. All right. Spirits, ancestors, guides, clear the energy of this reading. Thank you, Lioness. Align me to the Aquarius collective. Aquarius risings. This is 11th house. All right. That's your initial house. Okay. So Aquarius rules the house, the 11th house, in the house of social groups, and social justice and change and technology. And so having this Mercury retrograde go through this house, it's kind of almost like it's going through your first house as well. And so you really are going to be reevaluating how you show up, but how you show up for others, how you show up in group settings, how you show up as possibly even a leader in those settings with the Sag energy. Yeah. What does it take to make a leader? What does it take to spur you into action? Oh, Jesus. Not the devil popping out. All right, but we're gonna mix it up. So like I said, this is the house of your social groups, your colleagues, your peers, and it's the house of rebellion. So yeah, like thinking about how you communicate in large groups, how you show up for large groups, but also like maybe even starting your own group. Hmm. Spirit ancestors, guys, what's the overall energy for my Aquariuses? 3 of Cups. Look at that. Coming out sideways, but it wanted to jump. Upright or reversed? Upright. 3 of Cups, partying, going to communing. There we go. Communing, having community. 11th house stuff. It's a good sign to have the 3 of Cups upright. It's truly a fun energy, a loving energy, a kiki energy. Spirits, ancestors, guys, can I get an obstacle? Can I get an obstacle for my Aquariuses during Sag season? 8 of Cups. Ooh. Okay. Well, the 8 of Cups is about leaving things behind. So maybe you're not in the right group. Like I said, maybe the groups that you're a part of aren't necessarily aligned with where you need to be. Maybe you do need to go out on your own and create your own group. Maybe you need to find a better way to immerse yourself. And maybe that starts with starting from the beginning. Yeah. Can I get wisdom and guidance? 4 of Cups. Oh, yeah, there's something that you're not seeing. So also this 3 of Cups could equal partying energy. There's a lot of cups. Oh my God. All of these are cup cards. It may be an emotional time, honey. But this to me, showing you all 3, this to me says, not that you're doing hood rat things with your friends, but I don't know why that came up for me. But like, you are a people person. You love hanging out with people. That's your zhuzh, okay? But like, you might not need to do that so much. You might need to really reevaluate who you're hanging out with, where you're spending your energy, and who is taking up your time. Growl is confirmation, child. Who is taking up your time? The 4 of Cups is all about not being able to see a gift that is being handed to you. And this story in particular is about the king who, like, there's like birds. There's a little bird who sings, and the king has the bird who sings, but then he gets tired of it. And then there's like really pretty mechanical ones. And so he uses the mechanical birds. He's like so enamored that he like throws away the other bird, the real bird, in favor, oh my gosh, in favor for something that is artificial. So I say that to say, who are you hanging out with? Are they giving to you? Are you giving to them? Is it a symbiotic relationship? Are you working towards your goals together? Or are you biding your time and being impressed by shiny things that aren't really real? What has your heart been telling you? The 8 of Cups is all about literally leaving home. She is leaving home in the middle of the night because she knows that she's not supposed to be there anymore. In the darkness, only guided by the moon and her intuition. You have to listen to your emotions. And Aquarius, I know you like to think about things. You like to be like logical, whatever that means. You like to impart logic. But sometimes you got to get away from people because you feel the need to get away. Sometimes you need to spend more time alone because you know that, like, in your heart of hearts, nothing is coming from this situation. Sometimes you need to start fresh and not turn a blind eye. Hold on, let me say that again. And not turn a blind eye to what your heart is telling you. Spirits, ancestors, guys, what You know what I'm talking about. Citrine. Says, I am confident and courageous. It is safe for me to be powerful. Citrine expands the self-confidence, and awareness of personal magnificence. Increases mental clarity, remembers your divine essence, exudes joy, enthusiasm, and happiness. It says, shine your light. Where are you best able to shine your light? Is it where you're at? Are you taking a back seat? Because sometimes you can do that, Aquarius. You can take a back seat when you really just need to be stepping up, you know, sitting back and observing when you know, like, the group needs your voice. Where do you feel the most powerful? And if it's not exactly where you're at, time to go. Time to get to stepping. I hope I didn't pop that on the mic. All right. Last but certainly not least, my Cappies. Spirits, ancestors, guides, please clear the energy of this reading. Please clear the energy of this reading and align me to the Capricorn collective. Capricorns, you are having a 12th house transit with Mercury retrograde in your 12th house as well as the sun. You're very connected to your divinity. But there's a reworking of that, of your spiritual practices and your commitment to that. There's a reworking of how you spend time alone. Whether or not you are too frivolous with your alone time, whether or not you use that time to escape the self or to follow your own inner guidance and wisdom. Because, you know, y'all be doing a lot. Capricorns be doing a lot. And so I get it. When you have time alone, you're like, let me lay out like my cat, just belly open. But it feels like there is a need for you to dedicate this time to something worth your time. Not just, you know, relaxing with purpose. Okay. Yeah. I'm hearing poetry, music, dance. That also is in the 12th house and ruled by the 12th house. So maybe you need to spend your time decompressing through art, your alone time. There's also a need to be softer with the self and not to stuff your feelings down. Spirits, ancestors, guides, what is the overall energy for my Capricorn risings, for my Capricorn collective during Sag season? Seven of Cups, yeah. There's some good things in the lamps, and there's some not so good things in the lamps. It's about having discernment and opening the right lamp or the right door. It's the story of Aladdin. Okay, and you all know that the wishes could be good, could be not so good, you know. But yeah, when you use your discernment, let me back it up. When you take the time to connect deeper to the self, it informs you, and that is your discernment. Yeah, there are some things that you've been partaking in that just don't need to be there, that aren't beneficial for you. You know, there are other avenues that are open and available to you, and you should open those doors. Can I get an obstacle? Why am I hearing not all money is good money? That's what I heard. Not all money is good money. Six of Swords. Oh, yeah. Taking time to decompress, taking time to feed to the self. Six of Swords is about sailing to calmer waters. It's about an emotional renewal, going from a place of hardship to a place of feeling safe again. And that starts in the mind. That's why it's the energy of swords. They are in a boat full of water, but it is the Six of Swords. It starts with your mindset and how do you spend your time when you're alone? Are you regenerating yourself? Are you giving to yourself? Are you decompressing? Are you meditating, doing yoga? Like, how do you spend your time alone? Do you spend it beating yourself up? Who knows? And how can you sail to safer shores? How can you use that time more purposefully so that you are ready to go to a different space emotionally and be able to feel more on top of your game when it comes to making choices? I get wisdom and guidance from the ancestors. Wisdom and guidance for my... Ooh, I got the Knight of Cups and the Four of Wands reversed. Ooh, I'm going to have to sit with this one for a second. So this Knight of Cups story is about a guy who sacrifices himself. He talks to, he's like a hunter. I don't know the whole story, but long story short is that he asked the gods to allow him to talk to animals. And they say, hey, like, we'll do this, but you can't tell them what the animals say. And then he hears the animals talking about a great flood that's going to come, and I forgot. I'll go back in a second. He hears the animals talking about a great flood that's going to come, and he has to decide, like, the consequence of telling the people what the animals are saying is he's going to turn to stone. He has to decide whether or not he is going to let his entire village be flushed away because he wants to, and save himself, basically. Is he going to save himself, or is he going to sacrifice himself for the greater good? Right? He sacrifices himself. He tells the village, hey, like, there's a flood coming. They're like, we don't believe you. How do you know? He's like, the animals told me. Turns to stone, child. But I say that to say that Capricorns, you can sacrifice yourself a lot. You sacrifice a lot to get to the top of the mountain. You sacrifice a lot of things for a lot of people. And that's beautiful. But don't sacrifice your inner happiness. Don't sacrifice your inner health. Okay? This isn't usually a card of health, but like, we're in the 12th house. It's mental health. Okay? That's the house of mental health. Your happiness is so worth it. Like, you need to find a way to turn this right side up. And that may mean that you do need to sacrifice something, but not yourself and not your mental health and not your happiness. What needs to be sacrificed? Sacrifice that, and it'll open up your heart. Knight of Cups. He's here also to give you a gift. There is a gift from his sacrifice. Be the people that he saved, not the one who is turning to stone. Okay? What do you need to give up? What do you need to see through and see past in order to find true harmony and celebration and happiness within the home, within your home, within your home? Yeah. I just realized, I'm like, I know this is a sword card, but there's so much water. There's so much water. And it's through following the water that you get to begin to build the fire. And you get to dance and you get to party. This is also, I'm telling you, maybe you need to spend some time dancing out your emotions, child. I do it all the time. I have dance parties all the time. Okay? Get rid of your stagnant energy. Don't just sit at the end of the day and consume stuff. Don't just sit at the end of the day and it could be TV, it could be food, it could be whatever it is that is just bogging you down. It could be other people's opinions. There's something that you just need to release. And you're going to need to take some time to sit with yourself to figure it out. All right, what do my Capricorns need to work with? What crystals do they need to work with during this Sag season? Okay, we have Jet. Oh, Lord. Ooh, did it. Okay. Jet, it says release anxiety, anger, jealousy, and frustration. Deflect negative energy. Practice meditation on a regular basis. Invoke divine protection. All right? Clear up those boundaries. Improve ability to quiet the mind. Oh, I ain't never going to steer you wrong. A lot of things, but a liar ain't one of them. I know I am divinely protected. I know I am safe. Then you have Emerald, which is, it is the May birthstone. It is all about knowing your worth and investing in your worth, okay? I earn unlimited income doing what I love. I am successful in all of my pursuits. Release limiting beliefs regarding money, increase financial success, attract extreme wealth, increase abundance in all areas of life, cultivate authentic relationships. I was going to say more, but I'm going to leave it at that. You're protected and you're worth it. So take time for yourself. Stop opening the wrong doors. All right, we made it to the end. 2 hours later. Ooh, and my phone is, it's like, we're giving up, child, 10%. Good luck, everyone. Good luck. Live long and prosper. I'm rooting for you. Yes, we're all in this together. All right. Let me know how the Sagittarius season is unfolding for you. Let me know if you have any questions down at the bottom. Comment down below. Oh, don't forget to like this video. Like this video if you like this video. Okay. Subscribe to the channel. Okay. So that you, and double tap the bell so that you always get them notifications for when I go live or when I post another video. I appreciate you so much. I will be linking the decks that I'm using, or listing them actually. Gotta figure out how to link them. I will be listing the decks down below so that you can get these decks if you'd like them. Yeah. And thanks for riding this energy wave out with me, especially during the nighttime. Take very good care of yourselves. Oh, and don't forget, you belong. Bye. Bye now.